You're watching BATV, bringing Brookline home.
Howdy, folks. I'm AJ8. This is AJ's 8-Ball. Welcome to the show. You know my right-hand man, actually my left-hand man, Mike Phelan O'Toole. That's my other left-hand man.
Also GR8.
GR8. We all know GR8. Mike Phelan O'Toole.
Yeah, hey folks.
And we're gonna go right to AJ's Jester.
Yep. Start the show.
I don't know a sad enough song to tell you how I feel. I don't know a sad enough song to tell you how I feel. It's right if I'm supposed to feel sorry that I love you. It's all wrong if I'm supposed to feel sorry that I love you. I don't know a sad enough song to tell you how I feel. I don't know a sad enough song to tell you how I feel. To tell you how I feel. It's all wrong if I'm supposed to feel sorry that I love you. It ain't right if I'm supposed to feel sorry that I love you. I'm not sorry that I love you. I'm not sorry that I love you. No, I don't know a sad enough song to tell you how I feel. I don't know a sad enough song to tell you how I feel. To tell you how I feel. I don't know a sad enough song. I don't know a sad enough song. I don't know a sad enough song. I don't know a sad enough song.
All right, man. Dennis Roach.
Dennis Roach,
right.
Dennis the Menace.
AJ8's Jester
AJ8's
from now on,
Jester.
right? Cool.
Come have a seat, Mr. Jester.
Hey, boss.
What's up, man?
How's it going,
You
Dennis?
know Mike?
We gotta get the pound right this time. Cool, man. Good to be back and good to
So,
have Dennis back. How's it going?
I'm getting this feeling of eggs.
Yeah.
I feel like eggs.
Eggs.
Yeah.
Eggs? Did anybody say eggs? Why do I get a feeling of eggs?
Do we have a guest
Because
tonight?
it's Mick Cusimano! Let's hear it from Mick! All right! Why do I sound like eggs?
It's the professor of surrealism, AJ.
Don't spill the egg.
Don't spill the eggs.
Here with us. Very cool.
You know Mr. Mick?
Cool.
Dennis?
I do.
Dennis Mick, Dennis.
Pleased to meet you.
Good meeting you.
So what's up, Mr. Mick? What's going on these days in the...
The film world.
A couple
Right?
movies, and the main movie I've been filming this summer is called Don't Spill the Eggs. And it's
That's where
based
the
on a
eggs came
surrealist
from.
poem that I wrote. And I have people doing lines, and now all the eggs are becoming the characters. Or, you know, people are like passing the eggs around and throwing them, and you know, getting caught up with them, and having little Keystone Cop chase scenes with the eggs. all
Sounds
kinds of
pretty
stuff.
crazy, man.
It's evolving. Yeah.
Sounds cool. Sounds cool. Who's in these movies?
Let's see. We got Karen O. We got a woman who looks like Paris Hilton. We got Don. We got
Paris.
you two guys, and Lawrence, Holly, and
Us two
bunch of
guys.
other people.
Mike, you're in his movie?
yeah, Mike's in a movie.
Yeah.
I'm only serious.
Yeah.
I'm really in his movies, folks.
Yeah.
And we're gonna get Dennis. We're gonna get the Jester in the movies.
Yeah.
Gotta get him in the eggs.
Yeah. So, Mick, what else did you want to? What's the significance with "Don't Spill the Eggs"? Where does that come from?
It comes from a surrealist art show I saw in New York City about 10 years ago, and it had Salvador Dali and Picasso and Duchamp and stuff, all their paintings and stuff. So I was hanging out with all these crazy poets, so I started writing this poem inspired by all these paintings, and it's been laying around, and all of a sudden I said, I'm going to have people do lines from it. So I knew people doing lines from it. Now it's evolving. We're making, the Keystone Cop chase scenes and stuff, and I can do animation along with it, like little, like trolls and dragons and all this other stuff. So it's like a whole, every time I work on it, it just evolves into like new, different directions,
So I heard there's a fight scene coming up on a rooftop. Tell us about that.
Oh, that's another movie called Drawing the Line, where, there's a bunch of people are in a magazine, and one guy's a cartoonist, and everything he draws comes real. So this one woman says, hey, draw me buying a lottery ticket at store 24. So she goes there and buys it, and this other guy, the gangster, like kidnaps her and takes her out to this rooftop, and everybody else tries to like rescue her. So there's chase scenes on the roof with guns, and we haven't shot that yet. That's still and
Still brewing.
it's a script, so far.
So, like you said, you write poetry. That's where the eggs came from. Is
Yeah.
that we're home, and that's sort of like the main line of that eggs. The eggs.
That's the title of it.
That's where it comes from, and you get live action guys like us doing those lines, and then you're gonna mix an animation.
Only
So
the best.
you're an animator too. So
Yeah,
how'd you get into that stuff? The animating and all that, just all this stuff.
I was cartooning when I was very, very young, and I just was doing cartoons, and I started doing animation. And back when I came to Boston, I met all these poets. I started writing poetry, and I'd do cartoons of the poems, and travel around the country with these crazy poets, and like Kentucky and East Village, and doing all these readings, and people would think we're nuts. And
So you actually put the animation on the guns, like them going off and the smoke and everything and stuff?
well, that I can do with special effects. That's easy to do,
Really?
Yeah.
I heard one time someone got in trouble.
That's true. Yeah, we shot a movie called Suspicious Minds about 2 years ago, and one guy, we shot in this little condominium inside, and this guy brought this little toy rifle for me to use because it was a bunch of people who were like vegetarians in a house in the woods, and I come in, I'm a hunter, and I said, hey, I just shot this deer, you want some medicine? Oh no, why, you killed Babby? They're all upset, so afterwards the guy who bought the gun, he walks home through Central Square without concealing it, and all of a sudden all
So
these
this is
cops
real.
surrounding
This
him.
is
Yeah.
what
All these cops surrounding him, said, what the hell are you doing? Get on the ground. And
What
he-
was the gun? Like a rifle? Like a
It was a
hunting
little
rifle?
toy pop gun he found in the
Okay.
garbage. It was a rusty old thing,
And he actually got probation for it and stuff?
No, they just took it away from him and said, go home, you're lucky you didn't get shot,
Get out of here.
Well,
Yeah.
we don't need any of that.
So, no.
So what you've been doing is doing, like I said, doing the live action stuff, and then you cut in animations.
Yeah, like I did this one movie called Save the Elephants, where it's like, it's based on a true story where elephants are being shot in South Africa because they're overpopulating. And so they said, well, animal rights activists are going to hate this, and they said, well, I don't know, we'll try. The government said, we'll try to do everything we can before we shoot the elephants. We'll try translocation, elephant enclosures, and elephant contraception. I said, wait a minute.
Contraception.
Elephant contraception? How the hell do you contracept an elephant? And who would want that job? So I get this one guy, I'm a park ranger, and I get this guy, I try to talk him into putting a big condom on the elephant. I get him these big garbage bags, you know. So he goes out in the field to get the elephant. Well, that part obviously is done in animation, you know, the elephant. Right. And then the elephant gets pissed off and chases him down the hill.
Some of the animation is done for convenience purposes in terms of what
because there's no elephants in Boston I could find.
And there's no elephant-sized condom.
No. No, use those 10-gallon bags, you know, garbage bags.
Trash bags.
So is some of the, like
white trash bags.
Like in the case of like something like that, is it kind of a mix between like wanting to kind of entertain and do something creative and also make a statement about that? Like you said, it's a true thing happening.
It's a true story. It was in the news. Yeah, it was trying to be a comedy, you know.
Yeah.
So
but kind of mix in like current events and that kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. Cool. So I know you enter your stuff into a lot of festivals. They're like these short pieces, but you still active entering it into a bunch of different film festivals.
Yeah, I've been in about 33 film festivals in the last 5 years. But I keep getting turned on by Venice and Sundance, and you know, I did show it in the Cannes Film Festival in the short film corner last year, one of my movies. And that was cool.
We'll talk about that film.
That was called Dreams of Leonardo da Vinci, which is my most successful movie. It's an animation where I take Leonardo da Vinci's inventions and artwork, make them come alive in animation, you know.
Where do you show all your movies?
I've shown at the Woods Film Festival, I showed at Cannes, I showed at Somerville Theater, you know, different places, you know.
Where's the farthest scene?
This was shown in Italy in a festival, another one in Grenada, Spain. I didn't go there, but you know.
Really?
Cannes, France. I went to Cannes for 4 days at a Cannes Film Festival to like see my movie in a tiny theater. You know, it wasn't a competition, but I went with a couple of friends of mine. We went to all these big parties with all like the Egyptian filmmakers and Turkish filmmakers and all these cool people. It's just like.
So did you get some cool feedback from that? People seeing that?
Yeah. Yeah, because it was they put it online in this big database, so like all these other film festivals got a hold of me and said, hey, we want to use it on our film festival. So that's how I got showed in Italy and Spain.
And they just pick it up from there?
Yeah.
Kind of pick up the
There's some other thing called the, what the heck was it called? Spirit and Light and Film Festival, and they put it on their website. I think it's still there. It got like 10,000 hits or something.
Spirit and Light?
Enlightened.
Enlightened?
Yeah.
So is there a sort of idea doing sort of like...
They're doing movies that are supposed to enlighten mankind. I mean, I got like this rooster being chased by this crazy guy.
And so how do you feel about that? That one of your movies could enlighten mankind?
Well, they think it would enlighten mankind. It's a slapstick comedy is what it is. I mean, you know, but they might find it enlightening. I don't know.
Yeah.
Everybody takes it in different, you know.
So did you get to check out? You got to check out some of the other movies and films like at Cannes?
Oh yeah, yeah. I saw the movie Precious when it first came out with Mariah Carey, you know, a big premiere for that, and a bunch of other French movies and stuff. And
at Cannes?
We saw Francis Ford Coppola went by. He was doing a little talk about screenwriting, and you know, it's like Disneyland for adults, you know.
Yeah. Well, but when you're you know, like us, you're into film and that sort of sort of scene.
It's like the Mecca. I mean, you know, we walked on the red carpet, not in any competition or anything, but.
Right. Tell us about your little Paris Hilton stunt.
Yeah, what you said. One of the actresses looks like Paris Hilton.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, somebody here actually said that she looked like Paris Hilton, so we talked about taking her into the Hilton Hotel, and we were going to go. We were down in that part of the city, but there was always cops around because there was a convention going on. So we decided we went down.
Dennis missed that shot.
We went down Boston, down Main Street there, and we just had a bunch of kids come by and said, hey, why don't you guys point to her and say, there's Paris Hilton. So they're going, Paris Hilton, and all these people started crowding around, and these Japanese people are coming by asking her for an autograph and stuff. And
writing on the arms.
It was really funny, yeah.
Yeah.
One guy's jumping in the air and stuff.
I think the interesting thing, like me and AJ talked earlier about how it was kind of like, there was this one guy who was even just kind of leaned over to us and they were just like, is that someone famous? Like they weren't even so concerned about, oh, it's Paris Hilton. It's just kind of that intrigue of like celebrity and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like it just looked like something was going on.
They see a camera.
Yeah, there's a camera,
there's
this girl, and then, what are the, you know, people crowding around.
Nice looking girl too.
Yeah, well, it's like, and it's like the thing, nothing attracts a crowd like a crowd, you know. They're like, whoa, what's going on? And just more people start coming in, and it was an interesting like social experiment, I thought, you know, that kind of thing.
Definitely.
Cool. So what else do you have going on? There's the Egg movie.
I just finished a mermaid movie a couple
the
months ago. Yeah, Mermaids of Atlantis.
Paris the Mermaid.
Yeah, yeah, she's in that.
Mermaids of Paris.
I have 4 mermaids in that movie, actually. You know, I first had one, and then all these other women were telling me, "Hey, how come you didn't make me a mermaid?"
Because they all
I'm not a mermaid too.
They all
and all of a sudden, I almost had 6 mermaids one day. You know,
they all saw Splash, and they wanted to be a mermaid or something.
Yeah,
that sounds cool. 6 mermaids.
Yeah.
So what
we
is-
end up with 4 of them, but you know. Yeah.
So is that sort of
That
released now, or is that
I showed it
looking
at
for
Summerville
festivals?
Theater to a small audience of friends, and they liked it. So I've sent it out like 18 film festivals in the last 2 months, spent hundreds of dollars in entry fees, and now I'm waiting to see if anyone gets pick them. You know.
Just sort of take the risk and throw it out there to.
Yeah, and I sent like Santa Barbara and Nashville and Ann Arbor, Michigan, which are 3 festivals. Which, I mean, it's a long shot, but if they actually win as best short film, they could be they could be one of the finalists for the Academy Awards. I mean, but that's a long shot. Way long.
Now, what do these fees run?
Usually $25-$30 for. You know,
What
for
is
a
your
film
goals
festival.
for these movies? What do you?
To show them everywhere I can until somebody says, "Hey, that's so great. Here's some money. Make another movie." You know.
Here's a lot of money. Here's a lot of money. Make another movie.
Yeah. You know, if you don't get it out there, nobody's gonna know you make movies. You know, if you put them in your basement and never show them to anybody. You know, like.
Right.
You know, now
so
you got YouTube and everything, and you know, I mean, 30 years ago to make a movie, you know, like the Mermaid movie would have cost
Right.
like
And now
$20,000 for a 16 millimeter, and then you got to make copies of the film and send it to festivals in a box, and you know, like now you can make a movie in 50-cent DVD.
Click, click, click,
Yeah.
click, boom, out,
Yeah.
sent. Digital camera,
Yeah.
right? And I mean, the whole thing with like HD and digital filmmaking is not even. It's not the gap between just like consumer
Oh yeah.
gear and stuff. Like
Well,
Robert
years ago
Rodriguez
you
is
would have
doing-
had to, right?
Yeah, that's what he was saying. Yeah, with the Super 8 and stuff. But now it's
Modern
like
technology.
Robert
Yeah,
Rodriguez is like championing the shooting on HD.
Yeah, I was reading a
lot
book
of
about him,
filmmakers they want
actually.
to
Yeah.
get away from
Right.
film
Film's
on
expensive,
film.
you know. You got to have a big studio to buy film for you. I mean,
Yeah,
it's,
well, because you just can
Oh, yeah.
end up wasting so much.
yeah.
With digital, you can look at it right there and see what you're doing.
Yeah, think all the shots we shot just on Sunday. That 4 or 5
For the
takes
eggs.
would have cost thousands of dollars of film. They're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, do this again." Oh my God, it's costing a fortune.
Yeah.
And a $7 DV tape, I can shoot all I want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's becoming easier to kind of get your stuff out there. What you wanna say. It's cool. So anything else in terms of like poetry? I think that's interesting. You kind of work in one medium and transfer it sort of to.
I've been taking as much of my poems and made them into videos and some into animations, and
just sort of making a multimedia thing.
Yeah.
I like that idea. Right.
Yeah, I did
What
this-
about in
yeah.
terms of the poetry kind of community and stuff, and those guys that you were hanging around with? Have they seen like, wow, Mick's doing these cool little animations and stuff, sort of?
Yeah, some people kind of dig it. I was involved in the poetry scene in like '84 and the late '80s a lot more, and then we used to go on tour with these poets and go to Greenwich Village and
So was that were
Stuff.
you based in Boston then? That was
Yeah,
a Boston thing?
yeah.
Was there like a cool Boston poetry scene
There was
then?
more of a scene,
I
I'd
heard
say
there was
5,
more.
10 years ago. Now it's kind of dwindling. There's some younger kids doing it, but it's kind of like, not what back then. It was a lot of stuff going on.
You know how we had to keep saying like a storm's coming, or like is there gonna be like a storm in this?
Oh, yeah,
movie?
yeah, yeah.
We have to.
Oh, you have like thunder
to-
and stuff. Yeah,
we have
you
to
can do
wait
all
for
kinds of stuff
storm
with
to
special
come.
Al's
effects.
finger
Definitely, yeah.
conjures a storm.
What?
Yeah.
AJ
AJ's
shoots a lightning
finger.
bolt.
No, well, I had to do a little.
It's like
storm
Monty
skit.
Python. There's a storm coming.
And then Paris had to do a little storm
Yeah.
skit, right?
Yeah.
I did clouds, and she did. Oh, I said storms coming. She said clouds are coming. One or the other, or something like that, right?
Oh yeah, I have like thunderclaps and lightning. I mean, that stuff's easy to do. Like,
So you have that one person reading that line in your poem.
Yeah.
Cut to the next person with the next line.
yeah. I want to break it up a bit. And shoot different people, different angles.
Stormy weather coming.
Yeah.
There's always something happening when
We'll get Dennis
AJ
in on the
is in
storm.
there.
Dennis will be the storm,
He'll be in a big cloud costume
the jester,
and a jester hat.
the jester storm.
So, I guess another was the sort of the film video mixer thing was recently, right? Sort of.
Oh,
putting
Friday
your
night,
stuff out,
yeah,
Sort of networking and that stuff.
Yeah.
What's your take on that stuff? Because we're kind of outsiders to that as far as getting into that whole. I know there's the whole like New England film movement and stuff, and we sort of question that a little bit in terms of what really comes out of that. And you're I mean, like an artist, you have your own thing going, and I think there are a lot of like wannabe actor types, and those types are kind of in that whole thing. But
Yeah.
just your experiences with that, I guess, going to those events and sort of parties and stuff, getting.
Well, it's really good because I mean, in Boston, there's a big small like filmmaker community. A lot of
Yeah.
people make short films and they get together and find each other and have these like events. Like Imagine Magazine,
Right.
this magazine about the film industry, and that comes out every month, and that's like the crux of everything. That's how I found always have these filmmakers is from that, because the woman who publishes it, Carol Patton, she's like a crusader. There was no films being made like 5 years ago in Boston, and she went out and fought to get these film credits, and now all these Hollywood films are coming to town. I mean, a lot of it has to do with her and this guy Ed Ray, who she works with, who actually made it happen. I mean, it's just been her crusade. Her goal is to get this film industry going, and she has these big parties in January, and so much networking comes through that. And these other guys, Friday night, the TTN guys, they go around videotaping all the different film festivals and different events, and they put them up on YouTube. They got TTN-HD. They got a website, and you can see hundreds of their videos, and they don't get paid for it. They just go, they just like
It's their thing.
make people, show people what people are doing in the local film community, so it's up there so people can see it, And you probably want, if you went to like Chicago or St. Louis or someplace, you probably wouldn't even find communities. You might have a filmmaker down the street you don't even know exists, but here it's a lot more of a community, which is cool.
Wow.
Which is amazing.
Nice. So have you seen sort of, so people can see your interviews up there, right?
Yeah.
And talking about you did an interview about the eggs shoot, sort of updating.
I talked about it Friday night a little bit, but they had a band playing. I don't know how much that's going to come through.
It was coming over while you were getting interviewed.
I did one about the mermaids with Karen last summer and got like 350 hits.
Cool. So have you seen? I don't know if maybe you can't keep track of that stuff, but have you seen sort of results from that? Sort of people seeing those from the TTN guys.
A lot of people
going to your
are hitting
website
it and seeing it.
Yeah.
Like the Suspicious Minds movie that the guy had the gun with last year. I mean, I did it as a midterm for a video class, and it's got like 1,000 hits on YouTube. And I guess there's always different connections. It's got always links like these Japanese film websites and stuff. They're looking at it. I don't know, what they see in it, but
Right.
but all of a sudden it's like.
But at least they're seeing it. Someone's watching it.
Yeah.
Right.
And somebody thinks it's enough, good enough to link to it.
Well, right. They're like, hey, check this out. I mean, that's obviously in addition to you mentioned YouTube. Obviously, with the digital video and stuff, obviously with the internet for a small artist type who has their stuff and they can link and one person links, another person links, and so you're getting people talking about it, hopefully, right?
Yeah.
And watching it, just digging it.
Big time. Another way to spread it out.
Yeah.
There's something called Boston Film Night, which I think is coming in the fall, and it's this guy Kevin Anderton. He's made like 60 films, Midnight Chimes Productions, and they have like a annual one-night film festival. They show all kinds of short films from all kinds of people, and hundreds of people show up, and it's pretty cool. And that's a great networking event.
Yeah, we got to get you in our film festival event, Experimental EO. Do another one of those. Mick Cusimano's animations, films. Dennis can play some music.
The Jester.
Yeah.
The House
entertainment.
Jester. AJ's Jester.
Yeah.
So Den, what's up with Dennis? Dennis, you're too quiet. You really have to, you really shouldn't talk so much.
Listen to me.
What do you got up your sleeve for your musical career?
Well, I'm involved in some actual serious recording sessions right now.
Really?
And we're actually getting results this time. And,
I heard you have a new song brewing, Busted?
That's supposed to be a secret.
Oops.
Can we look forward to that sometime soon?
I think
Hush.
Real soon.
I don't know. Songs usually just kind of come to me. I can't say that I really write them. But we get a little piece of music that we're working on. I will say nothing else about that.
So Dennis is going to be sort of a regular on the show doing different musical.
Right, as soon as I get my Jester
That's
hat.
he has to get
Very cool.
He has to get throned for us.
Right, and of course I need my uniform AJ.
AJ's
An
Jester.
AJ t-shirt.
AJ
which I
AJ's
see
Jester.
out. Yeah, it's a lovely
Which is
t-shirt,
right
AJ.
there. Thank you for noticing,
Yeah.
Mike. An
Very good.
AJT special. We have to make the Jester one.
Yes, and the Mixed Motley Crew.
Mixed Molly
t-shirt.
Crew. I have to make a Mixed Molly
Crew of-
Crew. Yeah.
Actors and artists and stuff.
Absolutely. What's life without an AJTs, right?
It's a good slogan.
This is true.
Yeah.
So, folks, I guess we're running out of time. Thank you, Mick. And
Yep. We got time.
4 minutes.
So, Mick, is there anything else you want to?
Well, I got a 1-minute poem I can do, which I actually filmed a couple years ago. It's about the 60s. It's called Archaeology.
absolutely.
Cool.
Pyramids of condos line the desert of the town. Ruins of a culture spawned by electric sound. The expedition works its way to Harvard Square. Anachronistic figure in jeans over there. Stuck in the 60s like a car in the snow. Reliving old journeys only he can know. His iPod plays Hendrix, wasn't it great back then? Peace marches, deadheads, and psychedelic zen. Now it's computer games and high-tech blizzard, hugging like a pair of Jim Morrison's lizard. The magical mystery tour has suddenly come to an end. Time can stand still, only if you pretend. Is that the Maharishi? Or Timothy Leary on the street? He's moving closer. No, it's a policeman on his beat. Move along, hipster. Woodstock's now a pasture. Get that software over to the office one step faster. Stuck in the 60s.
All right, man.
Excellent. That was cool.
That's really awesome.
I actually filmed that once in front of Jim Morrison's grave in Paris.
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
Yeah.
That is cool.
Dennis, are you going to bless our eardrums again?
Oh, sure.
AJ's Jester? All right, folks, I'm going to sign off. Thanks for tuning in. Another exciting episode of AJ's 8 Ball and the Jester.
See you later, Al.
See you later. Thanks, Mick.
You tell me and I'll tell you, then I will know and so will you. Tell me what you want to do, and I will make it real for you. You tell me and I'll tell you, then I will know and so will you. I will know and so will you. Tell me what you wanna do, and I will make it real for you. I will make it real for you. I will make it real for you. Tell me what you wanna do, I will make it real for you. You tell me and I'll tell you. I will.